This conference will now be recorded.
In yesterday class we have discussed, right? What we have discussed. So we discussed the SCD types, correct? We have three types of SCDs are there. Slowly changing dimension. SCD is nothing but the slowly changing dimension. There are the three types of SCDs are there in the data warehousing. SCD type 1, SCD type 2, and SCD type 3. Okay. Type 1 is nothing but the, so is there any modifications happen at the your source data? The data is going to override into the your target place. Simply straightforward this one to validate the data from one-to-one mapping directly source to target. Okay, whatever the records are there in the source side, the same records it will be there in the target side after applying the SCD type 1. Okay, but come to the SCD type 2, the number of records may vary from the source to target because of the we are going to maintain the historical data here. We are going to maintain the historical data. Okay, so is there any modifications happen on the source side, source data? So that data is going to add as a new record into the target side. Okay, so sorry, it load into the target side. So here we are going to use the in the real time the start date, end date, and active flag. So these based on these three flags, three columns, we are going to differentiate the active records and historical records. Okay, the always the active record will be one for the current latest records. For historical records, the active equal to 0. Okay, and also the end date will be the max date for the active records. The end date will be not max date from the for the historical records. Okay, come to the SCD type 3. So SCD type 3, they are going to partial history here. They are going to maintain the partial history here. Okay, here for example, so they are going to permanent address or original record and current record with effective date. So like that they are going to maintain the SCD type 3 implementation. So most of the phases they are going to use SCD type 1 and SCD type 2 in a data warehousing. And the combination in the table, it should be there combination of the SCD1 and the SCD2 also. It won't be there separate SCD type 2 table. Okay, but it will be there the SCD type 1 tables. Separate only SCD type 1 tables are there. But only for SCD type 2, they're implementing for only few columns, not for all the columns in the table. So remaining columns it will act as a SCD type 1. Okay, this is what we discussed in the yesterday class. Okay, so we are going to discuss the today SQL we are going to discuss. So one or two topics are there. I will explain you that ETL testing concepts. That time I will explain you that factless, fact table, all those things. Okay. Come to the now we are going to start the today onwards SQL. Guys, you have to download the softwares. If you don't have the software in your system, okay. If you don't have software in your system, you have to download. I already placed in the 1 second. I'll show you. Yeah. First check you have the software Java software you installed in or not in your system. Okay. First you have to install the Java. Okay. If you download the Java and then you can install this Java. Okay. Next you have to go for the this one LG Oracle 11G R2 database. Okay. If you already have any other databases in your system, then it's not required this one. Okay. Then it's not required this one. we have to install first Java 1 and then Oracle 11G. Okay, then you don't need to install this one, just you can extract here and then they can use the directly. So I'll show you the here how it will be there. Go to software. So like that, this is the Oracle 11G. This you have to just open this one and then click on the setup. Okay, you just run the setup, it will install the software. Just follow the steps. Okay, just follow the steps and then it will install this one. Okay, and then next one will be this one, SQL developer, whichever same thing I have mentioned in the SQL developer. Okay, just you can extract this one. No need to install, already this is a no need to install. Just open this one, just double click on this one, SQL developer. Okay, automatically it will open the, just I'll opening the SQL developer. It will open. You no need to install this one, third one. Okay, you can use directly after installation of the first and second. Okay, see, this is the already I configured the some connections. I'll tell you how to configure all those things, guys. Okay, but you have to install the, if you're not there, if you there any other database also, SQL server or on MySQL, anything is there in your database, then you can continue to use that one. Okay, no need to install this one again. Okay, for this is the practice purpose, we need more and more practice required for the SQL for the real-time purpose. Okay, even interview point of view also they will ask more questions. SQL only, they will ask more questions on the SQL. Okay, okay guys, these are softwares, 3 softwares we are going to use here. Okay, the SQL mainly, the SQL is a structured query language. Okay, query. Okay, structured query language. Okay, so it's not a database, guys. This is a, most of the people thinks SQL is a database. Okay, no, it's a language, like how the C++, Java, the same way SQL also is a language. Okay, so based on this language, databases they are using. Okay, what are the databases we have? What are the databases we have? Oracle is one database. Yeah, SQL Server, DB2, yeah, Teradata, Sybase IQ, Netezza,
ठीक है
Hive. These are the cloud databases. Pala, okay, Redshift. Okay, like there's so many databases are there in the market. So these all databases they are going to use this language. Okay, these are all the databases they are going to use this language. Okay, so the SQL is not a database. This is a language. By this language they are going to use into the databases. Okay, so here the small difference, syntax difference will be one database to another database, but the commands will be same. Okay, the commands are the same. Whatever the commands are there, the SQL, the same commands they are going to use into the multiple databases. Okay, so what are the commands? Mainly they classified into 5 parts. The SQL part they are going to classify into 5 parts. One is the DDL part. Okay, data definition language. Okay, DML, data manipulation language. DRL, data retrieval language. DCL, data control language, and TCL, transaction control language. So like that, they differentiated the 5 ways, the main basically the SQL. Okay, So again we have the different commands are there. Each phase we have the different commands are there. So why we need to learn these all those things means as a tester, okay, we have to prepare the tables we have to create in the real time. Sometimes we have to insert the table, we have to prepare the some test data, okay, to test the our scenarios. We have to prepare some test data manually, okay. That is the reason if you want to prepare the test data means you have to know these all the commands, how to create the table, how to insert the data, how to update the data, how to delete the data, okay, everything you have to know. That's why these are the commands will be we have to practice, okay. So in the DDL again they classified into multiple commands. One is the create command, okay. We can able to create the objects here, tables, indexes, anything, constraints, okay. All those things they are going to define by using the create command, okay. Next, alter command. What is the purpose of the alter command means? Alter command they're going to use for
Modifications.
whatever the objects you have defined. For example, I created one table with 5 columns, so I want to add more columns in the existing table, okay, or I want to modify the existing column size, column structure, okay. I want to remove the existing column, one column, okay. For that purpose they are going to use for the alter on the object level, okay. This is the object level, not data level, okay. This is all the metadata kind of things, okay. Next will be create, alter,
Drop.
yeah, yeah, all second,
Drop.
rename. So you want to rename the table name, the existing table name I want to rename, existing object I want to rename. So they'll use the rename command and then truncate.
Truncate.
Truncate. So this truncate, I will explain you truncate and drop. So
Drop.
these guys, just 2 minutes. The dustbin came, so just 2 minutes. They're getting a lot of disturbance. Just I'm wait for the 2 minutes, okay? Okay, fine. So truncate and drop, okay? The create, alter, rename, truncate, and drop. So these are the commands they're going to use for the data definition language, okay. So I prepared, guys. I'm going to share this one, okay. I'm going to share this one. So just please practice this one. I'll show you the in the even how to create all those things. But what are the things we are going to use the real time. So all the things I given in the here different classifications, different sheets. I mentioned the all those things, okay, with some examples also. Please be start the practice, okay. Whenever if you know this one, just be the practice. Go to the next topic and then just practice more, okay. I'll share this document, all those things. So create, alter, truncate, drop, and rename is come to the DDL side, okay. And also I'm going to share the for interview point of view purpose. Okay. I prepared the whole content of whichever is required mandatory for us with the queries. I prepared this one. So just go to this document. So here how to create with examples I given the what kind of error we get sometimes. So everything I mentioned here, guys, okay. How to renew everything I mentioned, okay. So please use this document also, these 2 document, Excel document and these documents, and then start the practice, okay. So we'll start the how to create the table how to create the new table, okay. First you have to create the new, once after your installation of the software, you have to connect the schemas, right? You have to connect the schema. Now I am going to connect the one schema. Already the SCART is their default schema. If want, I will connect the new schema I will going to create. For that, I have to go for the system. This is admin guys, admin user. Okay, I'm going to create the username batch 4. Okay, batch 4 identified by batch 4. This is the batch 4 is a user. This is the password. Okay, just I'm going to give like this. So my user is created. My user is created. Now I'm going to configure this user is nothing but the schema. One schema, guys. One user is nothing but the one schema. Okay. This card is one schema. All this will be one schema. How to add this schema into my connection? Just go to this plus symbol or go to right click connection, new connection. Either plus symbol or this new connection. Okay. So I'm given the batch 4. Batch 4. Password also I'm given the same password, I think. Yeah. Batch 4. Okay. If you want, you can save the password here. Okay. This is the same thing here. You can change the here ORCL. First, if you install the first time, then it will be ORCL. Or if you install multiple times, then you have to this have to check. Okay. This you have to check. You have installed multiple times. This may be varying. Okay. Just going to check the connection is invalid username and password. Login denied. Sorry, you can see I given the small letter BATCH4, but here I given the capital letter. Password username is fine, guys. Username will be capital letter, everything is fine, but small letter password will be always case sensitive. Okay. Yeah. So what happened now? It came user is fine, but the permissions are not available. Permissions are not available. Okay. I'll save this one first. I'll give the permissions. Grant permissions to user batch 4. We'll see the permissions command. This is the command. Privileges, not permissions, privileges. Okay, grant succeeded. Now go to the this one, whatever you opened, properties. Now you can try test. See, now it will be successful. Whether that time only we created the user, but we didn't give any permissions for this user. That's why that it throws that error. Now it will be successful. Okay, connect. Just guys, 2 minutes. I'll be back. Just give me 2 minutes. Sorry guys. So here we are going to create the new table. Okay, now we are going to create the new table by using the create command. Okay, how to create table name we have to give. Okay, I'm giving the just first table. I'm going to give just batch 4. One table I'm going to give. Okay, now we have to give the column names and the data types. Column names and data types you have to define. Okay, column names means serial number 4. Okay, I'll explain you these things, guys. Student name worker 2 of 20. Okay, on location. So 20. So like that you can create the column names as well as their data types. So what kind of data types you have? Is any idea data types?
Number of 2.
Number, or maybe sometimes we call as an integer.
Size. Sorry. Date.
Varchar.
Varchar 2.
Varchar 2.
Varchar.
Yeah, char. You go for
Date.
the float and decimal.
Date time.
Double, yeah, double and the date. So these kind
Time.
of the mainly they have these kind of things are there. So mainly we are using for the these things. Float, double, date, char, varchar 2 or number or integer. Depends upon the data type database. Some places they are going to use for the number. Some places they are going for the integer. Some databases. And here also some places varchar they will use and varchar 2 also they will use. The one difference they will ask in the sometimes interview point of view, what is difference between varchar and varchar 2? Okay, I'll explain you. Okay, this one. So I'll take the SQL this one. Okay, I'll take it on SQL. For example, name is there. Name here I defined a varchar. For this name column, I defined as a varchar. Okay, for same column I've taken the one more column name, that is varchar 2. Varchar 2. I'm given the varchar 2 of 20. Here I'm given the varchar of 20. Okay, like that I'm given the columns I have defined. Okay, come to the data. For example, data is there. I'm going to give the Shiva. So first one H I V A. Each is one black, guys. Take this is each is one black. Okay, so how many characters are there here? Only 5, right? Only 5 characters are there. So the total size length will be 20. For example, take the 20 something up to here, it will come the 20. Okay, maybe take the 20 letters. Okay, maybe this is the 20 characters you can think. But only this one will be, but next name will be maybe Sandeep. Go like this. Here how many letters are? 3, 6, 7 letters are there. Same characters are there. So the remaining 7 means after 7, 13 characters are there. 13 spaces are there still. that will be useful. It's not useful in the varchar. They won't use the system server, backend server. Always it will go for the next one, next line. Okay, here only five characters I used out of 20. I used only 5. So remaining 15 characters I didn't use here. The blocks I didn't use, they didn't use the system by using the varchar. But come to the here, the varchar 2, the spaces will be important. For example, 5 means here 5. Next Sandeep, it will go use the remaining space, it will be useful. It will be useful here only. Still how many are there? Shiva, Sandeep. So total will be 12. 12 characters are there. Still the 8 more remaining characters are there. Which is the next name? Money. We'll go use the next name. It will go and use the here money. Okay. Understand, right? The varchar and varchar 2. Okay. Here the space will be, it will not be reusable, the space. The varchar. Varchar 2, we can able to use the spaces, remaining spaces also we can able to reuse the server, backend server. The server will be using this one spaces. That is the main difference. That's why most of the time they go for the varchar 2. So varchar 2 of 20 like that they are going to define in the databases. Mostly they use for this varchar 2. Okay, instead of varchar, earlier we only varchar is there. Now they introduce the varchar 2. Okay, varchar 2 they will go for use. Okay, these are the data types, guys. Okay, date and float, all those things. But here the size means you have to give the size, you have to specify the sizes, how much characters, how much length you have to defining that particular column. That is the size. So this we have to validate, guys, as part of our ETL testing. This is the very important, the structure validation. We call it the structure validation. Okay, I'll tell you how to validate the structure validation in the next ETL testing. Okay. So like that, I'm going to create one table. Create table, table name, column 1 data type size, column 2 data type size. Like that, keep on, you have to use the columns, any number of columns. Okay. So I'm going to execute this one. You see. So table batch 4 created. So one table created for us. Okay. We'll see. I want to see what is the backend structure for this batch 4. I don't know this one. Somebody has created this table. I don't know what is the columns, what are the columns are there, what is the backend structure. Then you have to use the DESC batch 4. Now if I execute this one, see what are the columns are there, column names, and then is there constraints are there, or is the type, means data type. What is number 4, varchar 220, varchar 220, whatever we defined, that everything it will come under here. Okay. These are one way of, these are in the Oracle, guys. SQL and Oracle, we can able to see, describe, DESC. The SQL server may be different. I think some show underscore help something is there. Show underscore some help. Sybase create table, something is there. Create table, table name. Like that, you have to give to show the structure. So it will be vary the database to database. Okay. But here we are going to use the describe. This is a one way method, or one more method is there. You can able to see in any database, that is a common for any database. Just open your schema. This is my schema. Just I open my schema. Okay. Just go to the tables. So how many tables are there? Only one table I created. After creating the user, I created only one table. Just double click on the, or right click and then open something. Okay. Now you can see the column names, data, model, constraints. Now click on the column. By default, it will open column name. Click on the column name. It will show the structure. Okay, it will show the structure. What is serial number? What is data type? All those things. Okay, you can able to see the table structure in two ways. One is that by using the command, or you can go for the next way. Will be you can go for the next command. Double click on the, go to the user schema, and then go to the tables. go to the selected table, double click on the select table, then you can see the column names and then structure. Clear, guys? How to see the structure for existing table. Okay, how to see the structure for existing table, you can able to see like this. Okay, fine. So now I created the one table by using the create command. We can able to create two ways, guys. The table, one is a new table, or I want to create by using the existing table. I have already existing table is there. The same table I want to create with the new name. Okay. So already batch 4 is there. I want to create the some other name with this structure. Okay. Create table sample as select star from batch 4. This is the way by using the existing table I'm going to create the new table. Okay. Table or view digits exist. Table or view. Why missing one day options. BATCH4 correct only. Create table name. Wait 1 second. Correct is correct one. Wait, guys. Correct only that is. Create table EMP1 as selection correct only. Whatever we are given the correct. Why it's not executing. BATCH4. BATCH4. See, guys, where I'm running this query, that is important. In the real time also, you have to check the where I'm running this query. This is the user will be different. This user is different. You have to run this query from my schema, corresponding schema. Here you have to run. But I ran up to now in the admin. So in the that's why it's showing the table or view doesn't exist. This batch 4 table is not available in this particular schema. That's why we are getting the issue. Okay. Here I have to run create table sample as select star from batch 4. Okay. If you create the where class, where, if you like this, if you give whatever the data is there here, batch 4. For example, in the batch 4, I have 200 records are there. So all the 200 records will create in the sample also. If I don't want the data, I want only structure. I don't want any data from this data. Then you have to give the where 1 equal to 2. False condition you have to give. Where 1 equal to 2. If you give the where 1 equal to 2, now it will create only the structure. It won't create the along with the structure. It won't create the data here. Okay. Let's see. As of now, there is no records here, right? Okay. Table sample created. Okay. If you go and see the structure, see serial number, student name, location. Okay. Okay. Give the location. So earlier I used for this is the new table I'm going to create. I'm going to create the new table by using the existing table. By using the existing table, I created the one table, new table. Okay. This is a normal way to create the new table. These two ways you can able to create. Here with the data, without data also we can able to create the table. Okay, for example, I will create some data. I will insert some data. Insert into batch 4 101. Okay, Akash from location will be Bangalore. Batch 4 values. You have to give the condition values. Okay. See, so other than the numbers for varchar, date, float, everything you have to mention the single quotes, guys. Other than the other data types. Here this varchar to I given the single quote. Char you have to give the single quote. Date you have to give the single quote. Okay. Float, double, everything you have to give in the single quotes. Okay. Other than the number. Okay. Now you can see the what is the table. Now you can see the table name. Select star from batch 4. Okay, I got one data. Now I want to create the table by using this. I want this data also in my new table. Okay, so I'm going to just create one more table. Sample 1 and select star from batch 4. I give like this. Okay, just going to create. Sorry guys, sorry. You have to tell now, guys. I given the mistake. Create table. Okay. Okay. See, sample 1 created. Now you can go and see the sample 1. See, the sample 1 I created with along with the data. Whatever the data is there in the batch 4, I created with along with the data I created here. 101 Akash Bangalore. But in the earlier, I created one more table. Select star from sample. Now you can see that time there is no data, only structure created. Okay, only structure created, but there is no data. Okay, so that is the create command. You can able to create the two ways. One is a new table, one is by using the existing table. Okay, next we'll go for the alter command.
Yes, sir. I have small doubts.
Yeah.
Present now tables. How many tables are available here, sir? Present now? Tables.
Where?
Yes, sir. In batch 4 tables here now.
Batch 4, tell me, you only tell me how many tables we created.
I think maybe 3 tables, sir.
Yeah, three only. Will be 3 only. Just you go and refresh.
Yeah, okay,
Yes,
sir.
see, one batch 4, sample 1. So whatever you created after the user, only 3 tables are there. 3 tables it will be followed.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So next I'm going to the next command, alter command. So in the alter again we have the multiple. One is the create. Okay. Next alter again, then in the alter again we have the alter add, modify, drop, rename. So again in the alter we have these many sub commands are there. Alter add, alter modify, alter drop, alter rename. Okay, alter add, alter modify, alter drop, alter rename. So for alter add means if I want to add the any new column for this one of the table, any one of the table. Okay, so I'm going to add the one column for batch 4. Okay, batch 4, alter table name, add phone contact number or mobile number. I can say mobile. So I give the where number. So I can give the 10. The mobile number will be 10 digits. So I can give the 10. Okay. You can see table batch 4 altered. Now you can go and see the structure. ESC batch 4. See, the earlier I have only 3 columns: serial number, student name, location, and mobile. Now it will be mobile number. It's added. Okay. Now you can see we have 100 records already existing. 100 records in the batch 4. 100 records are there. So now I added the column. Then what will happen? This fourth one data for all 100 records it will populate the null value. You can see if you want, you can see we have one record is there, right? So start from batch 4. See the whatever column, newly added column, it's populated by default null value for existing records. For existing records, it will populate the null value. Okay. Now I'm going to use alter add is completed, right? Alter table name, add column names. That is syntax. Okay. Alter table name, add column name. Okay, that is syntax. I given the syntaxes, guys, here. The Excel sheet I given, or I can given this sheet also. Step by step I explained here. Okay, I explained here step by step. Just use this one, this command. Okay. So alter, add, all those things. Okay, everything will be step by step I given. What kind of error we are getting, everything I mentioned here. Okay. Next, I'm going to modify the existing column. I want to modify the existing column. So what is the structure here? I've seen the structure. So serial number is there 4, student number it will be 4 is there. I don't want to change the 4. I want to change the maybe varchar or size and data type. I want to change. Okay, I want to change the size as well as the data type. Okay, but some data type it will be allow, guys. Some database it will be allow. For example, we'll see alter table name, modify. Okay, modify SNO number. I'm going to give 2 instead of earlier will be 4 is there. Now I'm going to giving the 2. We'll see it will execute or not. What happened? Column to be modified must be empty to decrease the precision or scale. Okay, column to be modified must be empty. Okay, because of what is the size will be here? 4 is there. I have the data is there here. I have the data. So 101 is how many records are there? 101 means 3 letters are there, right? 101, 101. Total 3 characters. Okay, but we are giving the 2. So because already data is there 3. The max length up to you can decrease the max length for that particular column. Okay. Now if you want, I can change the 3. Now it will work. Okay. We can whenever you want to decrease the column size, we can able to decrease up to max length of that particular column size. Where 4 characters are there, then we can't decrease the column size. If 3 is there, then up to 3 we can able to decrease the max length of the column. Okay. Now I'm trying to execute the earlier 2 I given, it's not worked. Now I'm going to give 3. See. Why it has to decrease? What we are given. It has to work. Server number correct only. It has to work this one. I don't know why it's not working. You can see here. Here table 1 makes modifications in the structure of the table. Okay, column length 4, but we decrease the column precision less than. Otherwise, no data of this column, then we can able to decrease the column precision.
The serial number VAN 0 you have given SN 0.
Sorry. SN 0. Correct only, no? Whatever we have this same only we have given. But it has to decrease. I don't know why it's not decreasing here.
No, sir, use column 1, sir. Word column, modify column, SNO like that.
No. That is not the correct. Not the syntax. This is the correct only syntax. We'll see some other column.
Modify column.
No. We'll see some other column. We'll see. I will tell you tomorrow why it's not modifying. Okay. I'll use for the another column. The syntax, whatever we wrote, the syntax will be correct only. Okay. I'm going using for the another column. So we have the student name is there. Yes, name. Okay. So here is there varchar 2. I'm going to give 3. Varchar 2 3. Oh, you see. Yeah, for this year, I think maybe number they can't decrease the number column integer. You can see this is a different error. Cannot decrease the column length because some values is too big. Some values are the too big. Means the student name what is there? Akash is there. AKASH. How many columns is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. But we are trying to give the for 3. Okay, we'll give the 5. It will decrease up to 3. Table batch for third. Okay. Okay, we'll see DESC batch 4. See, now it will be 5. Earlier it will be 20. Now we decrease to 4, 5. Okay, I don't know why it's not working. Maybe number it won't work. I don't know. Maybe that is the reason. That's why I wrote the same thing here in the document also.
Change to 3 to 5 once.
Sorry.
And number of 3, sir. Number of 5 now you can use that.
Yeah, number there. Sorry, ping me. I can't hear you anything. Can you see the chat?
Sir, number of 3, sir. Number of 5 now can use, sir.
Yeah, we can able to use. You can able to increase. I think. Yeah, we can able to increase 5. 5 you can able to increase.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to decrease the size. See, batch 4. That is anyway it will work. Earlier 4 is there. Now I increase to 5. Okay, that is, I'm trying to decrease the size, but it has to decrease. See, here is earlier it will be 20. Now it's decreased to 5. Okay, it has to work for this also. I don't know why it's not working for the this one. That is the reason same error I given here. I not remember right. Alter DVM column to be modified must be empty to decrease the precision or scale. Okay, no problem. So one will be we are going to alter table batch modify same varchar 2 of 5. So we can able to decrease up to max column length for the, or if you want to increase means I can able to increase. So again I'm going to increase the 20. So you can see again I change to increase to 20. Okay, now if I change the data type, now I'm going to change the data type. So this I'm going to change the number or something. We can't change data type. Is there any data varchar? I'm going to try to give the number for student name. See, column to be must to be empty to change the data type. So we can't change the data type if it's already data available in your table. We can't modify the data type. If the data type is empty, then we can able to see. For example, here number is the mobile number. I can able to modify this one because there is no data in my mobile number column. See, I can able to change the mobile number. Where earlier will be number is there. I am going to change the varchar 2 of 10. Sorry. See, batch is altered. Okay. Whenever you want to change the data type, that column it has to empty. That column has to empty. Then only we can able to change the data type. Okay. If already data is there, then we can't change the data type. Okay. Clear, right? How to increase the size, how to decrease the size, how to change the data type by using the modify command, alter modify. As of now we learned alter add, alter modify. We have to practice, guys, this one. We need to implement in the real time. So whenever we required, we need to create this command we are using in the real time. Okay, the test environment. Next, what is the next command? Alter drop. Alter drop means we are going to drop the column. Alter table drop column mobile number. I'm going to give the mobile number. Either I'm going to give invalid table name. Sorry, alter table name. See, this is a syntax. Alter table name, drop column mobile number. So now you can see the column. There is no mobile number column here. So I added, I modified, and then I deleted, I dropped that particular column. Okay, that is alter drop this one. Okay, so I want to rename the column names. Okay, I want to rename the column name. Alter table batch 4 rename column location to address. See, now you can see the see, earlier will be my column name will be location. Now it changed to address. Here data also, if data is available also, we can able to do. Okay, for this one. Okay, clear, guys? What and all we discussed? Alter add, alter modify, alter drop, alter rename. These 4 we discussed in the alter command. Okay, so this is the existence. The DDL is the auto commit, guys. Whatever we executed, the permanently it will store into the database. We can't roll back. We can't do the, if you do some mistake, then that is mistake only here. We can't correct the mistake here while executing the DDL commands. So it's a auto commit. We can't roll back the steps. Okay, that's why we have to be careful while executing the DDL commands. While executing the DDL commands, we have to be careful in the real time. Okay, because tomorrow we'll discuss the remaining things. So these are we'll discuss the rename. Then tomorrow, this is very important topics. We'll discuss in the tomorrow. So rename is this. What is this rename? This rename will
Modify the column.
table level. As of now, use the rename for alter means column level. I'm going for the rename the table level. Okay. So I want to change the sample 1 to sample 2. Okay. I have another table is there, alter table name. So not alter, sorry. I'm going to use the rename command. Rename sample 1 to sample 2. This table renamed. Now you can execute select star from sample 1. See, table are viewed agentic because of the I renamed sample 1 to sample 2. I renamed. That's why the table are view doesn't exist. Earlier we have the sample is. You can see the sample 1 is there earlier, but now it's not showing because of the I renamed. Now you can see the 2. See the 2, whatever the data is there with the data is created. Okay, if you want to refresh this one, just refresh. See, the 1 is not available now, the 2 is available. That is, this rename will be table level rename. Alter rename is the column level rename. Okay, alter drop also you're able to delete the drop for the column level. That is alter drop, alter rename. Okay guys, so any doubts here up to now? But you have to practice guys. This is, I will going to share these documents. Please practice. Okay, this is very important for us real time, these commands. Okay.
Awesome.